Breaking news. Hey, look, I called it. Okay, I called it. Y'all thought I was crazy for making the video Hyuga clan versus Uchiha clan. Y'all thought I was crazy for saying that a Byakugan would beat a 3 Tomoe Sharingan in a one-on-one altercation. Well, in Itachi's story Midnight Chapter 4, we have not just a one-on-one but a 2-on-1 handicap match in favor of the Hyuga member, Mokai Kohinata. Okay, now granted he did lose, but if he had to go out, he went out to Shisui using his Mongekyo Sharingan, but Itachi and Shisui using their 3 Tomoe Sharingan did not affect this man in the slightest. And I'm about to explain and bust this shit wide open, so sit back and get ready. But before we get into that, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It lets me know that you're rocking with the content that I put out here on this channel. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, so we left off last chapter with Itachi Uchiha at the age of 11 receiving his first mission as an Anbu Black Ops ninja from Danzo. He was tasked with assassinating the Hidden Leaf shinobi by the name of Mukai Kohinata that was selling secrets to the Hidden Mist village. Now, because this is his first mission and the sensitivity of it, Danzo allows Itachi to bring one other person with him to complete the mission, and we all know that he decided to choose Shisui Uchiha as his accountability partner and his teammate for this assassination. Now, what makes this mission interesting is that, well, from what I said at the opening of this video, Mukai Kohinata is a Hyuga, and he is a master of the Gentle Fist style of Taijutsu, so much, in fact, that before the assassination even begins to take place, Itachi is placed on Mukai Kohinata's team, and they have to go out and do a mission. And on this mission, they get ambushed by, it says, 20 Jonin level shinobi. Itachi's like, damn, I'm gonna have to fight these niggas so that I don't die and that my cover isn't blown. But Kohinata's like, yo, sit back, blood, I got this for you. And he solos all 20 Jonin level shinobi by himself with the Gentle Fist style of Taijutsu. Let's flash forward, and this whole situation resolved. There's not a scratch on anybody's head. Not on Itachi's, not on Kohinata's, not on whoever else was on that mission. They return back to the Hidden Leaf village, and they return back to their normal lives. However, Itachi and Shisui are following Kohinata around the village and, doing surveillance on him and things of that nature, trying to figure out when's the best time for him to, actually try to assassinate this man. A random day goes by, time passes, and Kohinata leaves the village to meet with his, Hidden Mist village contact. This is when shit takes off. So Itachi and Shisui finally make their move on Kohinata and the Mist Ninjas at the same time. They kill the Hidden Mist Ninjas, and then they prompt Kohinata to surrender. He refuses and is like, stop being a bitch and attack me already. This is when you see Shisui giving it his all at this point, but not landing a single attack against Kohinata. Now, at first, when I first read this, I was like, do you expect to best a Hyuga in hand-to-hand combat? But it was stated in a later paragraph that this was a ploy by Shisui to allow Itachi to get in position to be able to ambush this Hyuga. But then again, I mean, how do you plan to ambush someone who has 360-degree vision? And yes, I'm fully aware of the blind spot of the Byakugan, but at the same time, it's the width of a dime in between two vertebrae, and there is no way that a human being is going to be able to suppress himself or herself to be able to appear in that blind spot's vicinity. And also keep in mind that they can see up for kilometers away, so you would have to sneak into that blind spot from miles back, is what I'm telling you. So check this out. It was a ploy by Shisui in order for Itachi to be able to get into a position in order to ambush him. So Kohinata tells him straight up, yo, Itachi, I know what you're doing, and it's not going to work. He turns around and he begins hitting Itachi with the 8 trigram 64 palm. Now, granted, Shisui interrupts the 64 palm sequence, so Itachi doesn't get hit with all of them, but it doesn't do Shisui much good, because then Mukai turns around and grabs old boy by the neck, and he starts choking Shisui out. This is where you see Itachi attempt to capture Mukai Kohinata in a genjutsu, and he's like, it's too weak. He says straight up, yo, it's too weak. He breaks the genjutsu, because this isn't even a basic level genjutsu, because normal shinobi can use basic level genjutsus. They can use advanced level genjutsus. You have basic level shinobi genjutsu, advanced level shinobi genjutsu, then you have Sharingan level shinobi genjutsu, and then you have advanced Mongekyo Sharingan level genjutsu. Okay, so we can already safely assume that Itachi is using advanced 3 Tomoe Sharingan level Genjutsu, in which case Mukai Kohinata doesn't miss a beat, he doesn't skip a beat, and he fucks them up. Alright? Right before Kohinata is about to kill Itachi, Shisui activates his Mangekyo Sharingan and the Kodo Amatsukami, and he puts an entire stop to this. Like, he's like, I'm not fucking around with you anymore, Kohinata. This is over. This is done with. Places him under a Genjutsu and stops him completely. He's still alive at this point, but it's not just going to end there, because it's made very clear to us, and we see and we read that Mukai Kohinata has a contingency plan put in place to where if he was ever placed under a Genjutsu, the Genjutsu that was placed subconsciously on him would activate. So it did activate. He pulls out a kunai and he commits seppuku on himself, slicing up his stomach. And as he's sitting there and he's bleeding out, he's confessing, to Itachi and to Shisui, stating that his wife and his kids had nothing to do with this. The Hyuga clan had nothing to do with this. This was all a ploy on his end and his decision alone. And basically he did this to cover the entire Hyuga clan, because if not, I'm sure Danzo and the third Hokage and everybody would go to them and be like, you all as a clan are selling secrets to the Hidden Mist village, and God knows who else. Y'all are excommunicated. Or they would just, that would be the first instance of, you know, genocide in the Hidden Leaf village borders. But it's kind of cool when you read this. I really wanted to know who his kids were, because if Mukai Kohinata, a master of the Gentle Fist style of Taijutsu and a member of the Hyuga clan, had a son or a daughter, they would be around the same age as Naruto and Sasuke at this point in the story. We already know that if Itachi at this point is 11, that would make Sasuke 5, almost 6. So if their kids were to pursue being a ninja, then technically they should be in the Ninja Academy. But we know that neither Hinata or Neji are his kids. It's kind of like one of the plot holes that have risen up since these light novels have been released. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a plot hole, considering the fact that they don't necessarily, it's not a requirement that you become a shinobi. So they could just be chilling in the Hyuga compound currently. But with the mission completed, Itachi has now completed his first mission for Danzo, and, you know, has basically sealed, has punched his ticket to stay within the root organization, to be a Anbu ninja that works under Danzo. And they return to the village, and it's just one bomb after the other at this point, because Itachi is asked if he could be placed on Team Ro. Clearly, Danzo gave him the option. He said, I want to be placed on Team Ro. Team Ro, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who is unfamiliar, is the Anbu team that is led under none other than Kakashi Hatake. So Danzo hears Itachi's orders. He agrees, but only because he is going to assign one of his root agents, Sugaro, to protect Itachi while he is on Team Ro. Now, Itachi is like, really, dude? Like, I don't need protection. Why are you assigning someone to protect me? Danzo explains to Itachi that if he were to die, then the other Uchiha would use this as an incentive to take action against the village, because obviously they're going to assume that if he's directly under the third Hokage and under Danzo and the elders, obviously that they know that there is some prejudice against them, and they're going to think that action was taken and they killed him purposefully. Now, fast forward again, Itachi is sitting at one of the clan meetings, and he begins to speak out to his father Fugaku and the others, and basically tells them that they are creating a false narrative when it comes to this systematic prejudice. He claims that yes, prejudice does exist, but no more than the normal that previously existed, and that the Uchiha are creating something out of nothing, and they're creating more than what it is. Now, if you can't tell by now, the other Uchihas that are for the coup are not liking Itachi at this point. And in my personal opinion, the Uchiha are out looking for a problem where a problem does not exist. And if there is a problem, it's not enough to plan a coup. Like, do y'all understand what that means? Like, they're planning on taking over the Hidden Leaf village and potentially the entire Fire country altogether. But that's just my opinion. Like, it's not enough of a problem for you to plan a coup. The Hyugas have no problem being in a fucking compound. Or people just seem to forget that. Like, there are gates and a section for the Hyuga. I don't know about the other clans, but the Hyuga have always lived in their compound, whether by choice or by force. But they're not planning a coup. But let's continue. After the meeting, Shisui informs Itachi that he has been green-lighted by the third Hokage to stop the coup. Now, this is the part in the anime that we saw where Shisui was to use his Mangekyo Sharingan, the Kodo Matsukami Genjutsu, to place Fugaku under his control and call off the coup during one of the meetings. Fast forward again, it's the next day and Kakashi begins briefing Itachi on their current ongoing mission to constantly monitor the entire Uchiha compound via hidden cameras. Now, let's just go ahead and pause right there, because I don't know about you, but the fact that nobody in the Uchiha compound has found one single camera is beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. You can't have enough cameras to monitor an entire compound and nobody sees it with their special eyes and all. You're ninjas. You're supposed to be able to detect the undetectable. And you can only imagine where all these cameras are placed. I mean, we saw this in the anime too. These are very clear images that we're seeing from the cameras. Like, they have to be in some sort of plain sight, and it's not hard to detect a camera lens. Fast forward again. We're just going to continue. So, we're almost at the end of the chapter. This is the last paragraph. So while Itachi is spying on his clan, the camera catches the masked man standing in front of the Naka shrine. Remember the masked man that Itachi and his first team ran into when they were escorting the daimyo to the Hidden Leaf Village for his yearly, show face meeting, and everything happened with him and his teammates, in which they died and they retired. He sees him standing in front of the Naka shrine, and this is when Itachi speculates that the masked man has to be an Uchiha. Now, this is some real detective shit, and this is basically plot. I chalk this up to plot at this point, because there's no way you come to this conclusion, Itachi. He speculates that the masked man has to be an Uchiha for him to be at the shrine. That's normal. Okay, that's nothing out of the ordinary. But then he says it has to be an Uchiha that is perceived dead, but body was never found. And his first guess is the late and great Madara Uchiha. His first and only guess, I can assume, because it doesn't state any other person he guessed. You're talking about, this is the end of the third great ninja war. All the Uchiha that have died, even the second great ninja war, because I believe Kakashi and everybody was in the second great ninja war. You don't guess anybody from the second great ninja war. You don't guess anybody from the third great ninja war in terms of Uchiha. You guess all the way back to the first great shinobi war, Madara Uchiha. That's who you think is standing in front of the shrine? That's absurd. That is absurd. But fuck it. That's who he guesses, alright? And that's who he's gonna run with. Needless to say, in conclusion, he keeps his information from the others on the Anbu team. So what I'm picking up, what he's putting down is, this man Itachi has been less than a week with this new team, and he's already keeping secrets in line. Perfect. Fucking perfect. But that is all I have for y'all today with Itachi's Hidan, Itachi's story, Midnight, Chapter 4. This is the last book in the installment for Itachi's story, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new, go plus ultra, smash that subscribe button. Like the video, comment on the video, rate the video, share the video, and like always, keep it safe and repetite. I'm out.
Yeah. That's gonna be our new spawn. But she spawned it on me. That's it. What the f? Oh, sorry, dog. I should have played a game here. I should have played a game. I literally rounded the corner and killed like 4.
Terrible at that. Terrible.
This is it. Look, I was like, holy shit.
Yo, that's the one where he killed our whole team.
Yep. Yeah. I literally went through and shit on the team. I rounded the corner and they were all there. I was like, oh shit.